Hello, hello, friends, and welcome to our European Healing Miracle Call. Today is the 7th of September, sorry, not 7th, 9th of September. So yeah, welcome to everybody. I can see Carol is here, sending you lots and lots of love. I can see Luke is here. Oh, yes. Oh, so lovely to see you, soul brother. And Gidra is here, and Barbara. And oh, who is this? A new friend? Willem. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name.
Yes, Willemijn.
Willem, welcome. Lovely to have you here. Where are you?
Thank you.
Joining from?
I'm calling from here from Switzerland, but I'm actually Dutch from Holland, but I live in Switzerland.
Oh, lovely. And I wanted to ask what brought you here today?
Well, what shall I say?
Well,
The last thing I was here with Dr. Giovanni and Dr. Clint in Switzerland with pulse reading.
Yes.
And since then I felt so at home and I was so in love there. It was just amazing. And I choose to go on this healing path with Sita Veda, and I've seen Dr. Maryam in the past also.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so well, it's all quite new. It's the first time I'm here, so it's all a bit new for me. But I've saw other calls recorded, and yeah, it was just amazing. I felt so much love there and so much from the heart. And I mean, really, it's not just like saying, but it's talking about it, but you got to really feel it, and opening me up. So yeah, I'm very grateful for being with you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're so happy to have you here, and just hearing you talk about, how you've come here, it really just, it sounds like it's just meant to be. It's meant to be. It's one of those things.
Yeah, I've been called 3 times. It's the 3rd time now for me. I always went away again, but I have the picture of Baba Ramdas for a long time by my bedside already. So from Baba, yeah.
I have to ask, how did you meet Dr. Maryam? I can't help asking. I'm just so interested.
No, it's fine, perfectly fine. Well, first I just saw an advertisement from a couple in England, and I went there for Ayurvedic treatment. And then I first got to know the Baba Ramdas, and his picture I got, and I met Andre, who is channeling Baba here in Europe, and saw him several times. And then my coach, who's from Germany, then we talked about Dr. Maryam, and then one day I saw he was in Munich, so I went for a consult there and consultation there, and so that's last time I met. And I was very ill on the way going there, and I had to stop. I had to get out of the train by ambulance and all that. And in the night, I managed to get to Munich and see him in the end. So it was very emotional and very deep and very special, very high energy.
Yeah.
And amazing. But then I left because then he passed. He left his body, and I felt sort of lost. And of course I saw the book, and so I got the book, and but I couldn't get in contact anymore somehow. But then I saw this, I got a mail, and then I saw this, and he said they were in Switzerland here, and I just have to go there. Just like an impulse, I just straight away booked and went there. And so, I just block myself all the time, apparently, somehow, go other ways and don't trust it really to go into this healing way of healing. And it's just I can't explain it with my mind. I always go in my mind back again, and then I try to analyze and to understand. And but somehow my heart says to go there, so better trust that. I still have questions though about the whole thing. I mean about. But I learned so much from you, and I did the points that Marma, and it's worked so much about forgiving and letting go from my daughter, for example, and straight away helped. I was not straight away. I was in this process, and then I was crying. I was like, I have to let go now, and you know, and then I got so calm. It was totally solved, and I had it, and all went well after, you know. So I'm starting getting some experiences now. So yeah.
Your story is amazing, and everything you're sharing, I can feel it from your heart, and it's incredible. It's an incredible journey. So thank you for opening up and sharing with us and connecting with us today. And you've mentioned mamas, and so what we normally do on these calls is we do start off with some mamas just to take us from our head to our hearts. So friends, I think that's what we'll transition and do next, and then we'll see what unfolds. I'm very happy that Luke is here with us today because he does some wonderful meditation. I don't know if you, Luke, would you like to also lead us in a little bit of meditation after the mamas? If it feels
Sure.
good.
Did you want to did you want to start out with pranayama?
Yeah, we could do pranayama and then the meditation.
Right. Yeah, just like maybe 30 seconds of pranayama and 5 minutes of meditation.
That would be beautiful.
Okay.
So should we do the mamas first, Luke? Or, I mean, what are you
Yes.
feeling?
Marma's first. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, friends. So we're just going to, I'm just going to invite you to ground first in your body. So just take this moment just to rotate or roll your shoulders back and down, and just place your attention, if it feels good for you, on your root chakra or the base of your spine. And again, if this feels good for you, just connecting with that Mother Earth energy, that beautiful, healing, nourishing Mother Earth energy. And just before we do the mamas, I just invite you to take 3 deep breaths into the belly. So inhaling 1 and exhaling. Inhaling peace and love and light. And exhaling slow and long. Last one, inhaling love. And exhaling. Okay, so the first mama that we're going to do is the head squeeze mama. The series of mamas that I'm going to show you, they bring in this sort of calm, peaceful energy. They're also good for opening up communication as well. So the first one we're going to do is the head squeeze mama. And so you want to take whichever hand feels good for you. And you want to get the palm and place it onto your forehead. I'm just going to move my screen so you can see. And you want to open the fingers nice and wide. And you want the fingertips, I'm just going to come a little bit closer. You want the fingertips to go into the scalp. So your fingers are nice and wide and they're going into the scalp. And then you take the other hand and you're having it at the back of your head. Now I just want to show you, so I'm going to move my hands this way so you can just see your 2 middle fingers. So we're going to do this with breath. So when we breathe in, we're going to press onto the scalp and we're going to move those middle fingers together and then we release. So you're sort of moving the scalp. It's kind of like a really nice head massage. So we're gonna slow it down and do it with breath. So inhaling 1 and release. 2 and release. 3, releasing. 4 and release. 5 and release, and 6. Okay. Next, we're going to go to the temples, and we're going to press, we're going to rotate 6 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I just want to mention here, so Dr. Maryam, in some of his videos, he would press twice here. So 1, 2. There's other different things that he's done, but we're going to do that today. I wanted to say that if you do this with ghee for several minutes, this can reduce your blood pressure. So if you have high blood pressure, that's great. If you already have low blood pressure, obviously don't do this one for too long. And also it can help with sleep. So I just wanted to mention that. The next one is the earlobes for self-love. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the next one I'm going to show you, this is in between the brows, slightly above, sort of near that third eye area. This is for focus. If you want to, you can support the back of your head. If you do this on anybody, you need to support the back of their head. We're going to do this one with breath. So it's inhaling. So when we inhale, we press. When we exhale, we're no longer pressing. I'm going to move my finger away so you can see that I'm no longer pressing. So it's inhaling 1 and exhale, 2 and exhaling, 3, exhale, 4, exhaling, 5, exhale, and 6, and release. The next mama, we're just going to do 2 more. So the next one is in between the nose and the lips. This one is good for reducing anxiety and for bringing in oxygen to the brain. So again, this one we'll do with breath. So when you press, breathing in, and when we exhale, I'll just move my finger away to show that we're not pressing anymore. So inhaling 1 and release. 2 and releasing. 3, release. 4, release. 5, and 6. Okay, and the last one I'm going to show you, friends. I think we will do the forgive and let go, or forgive and forget mama. This is a beautiful mama for forgiving and letting go whatever is, for example, a challenging situation, a person, a situation, and even yourself. So, and that's one that I normally have to work on. So you need your left hand, and you want to have your fingers parallel to the ground. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be feeling this sort of fleshy web part, feeling for a point that feels a little bit tender. And you might have multiple points, but just focus on the one, find one. And initially, you may not even find a point. What helps is that you can, so around your left eye, my left eye, you can visualize a red frame, and you can visualize within that frame something you want to forgive. Again, it could be yourself, person, situation that you want to forgive and let go of. Some friends may not be visual and may struggle to visualize it, but then you might want to think of it, feel it. I just say that because I know not everybody is visual, or just imagine. Okay, and so once you've got it, that point, we're going to do 6 sets of 6 here, and I'm going to actually add some affirmations. Our dear Barbara, who's on the call, she does affirmations and I love it. It just, for me, feels even more powerful. So we're going to press 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I invite you just to take a nice deep breath here. And exhaling. I'm so thankful to be releasing what no longer serves me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deep breath here. And releasing. I'm so thankful to make space for new opportunities to come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, releasing. I'm so thankful to release what no longer serves me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deep breath in. And exhaling. I am thankful to make space to let in love and light and peace and new opportunities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deep breath in. And exhaling. And I believe there's one more set. So let's do one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deep breath in. And exhaling. So thankful to be letting go of what no longer serves me and feeling the peace and love that's filling my heart and this beautiful space right now. Okay, friends, we're going to transition here. We're transition here and welcome our lovely Luke to do a little bit of pranayama with us and meditation together.
Okay. Thank you for that, Maryam. That was just so beautiful. I feel so much more relaxed and at peace now. That was just beautiful. Thank you. So first we're going to do some pranayama. As you all know, pranayama is an ancient breathing practice that helps to settle you in, connect with who you are as divine infinite consciousness. And I've been doing it for decades, as I'm sure some of you have been. Right before I start my morning meditation, I always do a few minutes of pranayama, and it really settles me in and just leads. It's a beautiful segue into the meditation. Now, I have a little twist on it in terms of the breathing. For many years, and if you watch videos on it, they always show, breathe in and then breathe out through the other nostril. And I'm going to demonstrate this in a minute. But I have been changing that now, where my outer breath is through my mouth with a sigh like this. So I go, hold for a few seconds. Like that. And I'll explain why. 2 reasons. Number one, that helps to stimulate the vagus nerve, which is the longest nerve in the body, which helps so many aspects of your body and your health, thyroid, heart, everything. And pranayama in general is very good for thyroid. But when I go, and it just feels so good when I hold it in and I go, it's like my whole body is just vibrating. It's so good for the whole body. So that's how I do it now. When we do the pranayama now, if you choose to do it that way, fine. If you want to just breathe in and breathe out through the nose, that's up to you, okay? So the mechanics of pranayama is thumb on we start with the right nostril, pressing in and breathing in through the left nostril, deep breath, and we're going to hold it for, let's say, 3 seconds. Hold. And now switch so your fingers are touching the other nostril, and breathe out either through your nostril, right nostril, or through your mouth, whatever you like. And now, since the fingers are already there on the left nostril, you breathe in now through the right nostril and hold it for a few seconds. Switch to the other nostril, your right nostril, hold on your right nostril, and breathe out. So we're going to do, let's say, 1 minute of this, of pranayama. And then I'll mention, okay, now we're going to start meditation. And we'll do 5 minutes of meditation. And Williman, I'm certain you probably have done meditation in your life, right, Williman?
Sorry? If I
You
have
probably have
meditation?
done meditation, yes?
Yes. And
Okay,
also
good.
pranayama,
And
yes.
everybody has their style and their way of doing meditation, and there's so many different types. Basically, we're just going to do whatever feels good to you. Close your eyes, focus. You could focus here where we were doing the marma. You could see a candle flame. You could see light, golden light. If you have thoughts coming through your head, don't attach yourself to any thought. Don't worry that you're having thoughts. It's like sitting on the bank of a river and watching the river go by. You're noticing it, but you're not attaching to it. You treat your thoughts that way, okay? Okay, so we're going to start now with 1 minute of pranayama and then 5 minutes of meditation. Okay, now that we're nice and relaxed from pranayama and marma, just relax and let yourself be absorbed in the beautiful, beautiful bliss of your meditation. Okay, beautiful people, just slowly, slowly bring your consciousness back. When you're ready, just slowly open your eyes and let yourself ease back in to the consciousness of our wonderful meeting here. Take your time. Bring with you the wonderful absorbed feeling of your meditation into this meeting and the rest of the day.
Friends, can we just rub our hands together and send Luke much love and appreciation for leading us in that? I I didn't realize how much I needed that that space until we started meditating
Right.
together. Just incredible.
My first spiritual teacher, Rama, who I was with for 14 years, he was an enlightened teacher who I met in San Francisco in 1982. He talked about, the word he used, which has always stuck with me, is absorb. In meditation, allow yourself to be absorbed. He would say, don't try to find God or be anything. Allow yourself to be absorbed into the beautiful light of eternity, the beautiful light of nirvana. And that's what I always focus on, to just be absorbed. It's such a beautiful word when it comes to meditation. So that's always a wonderful thing to do in meditation. Just let yourself be absorbed.
I love that word as well. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but but just your words are really resonating with me today. Mm, thank you again. So friends, the plan next is where we've got our lovely, and I can see Roland has joined. Welcome, welcome. So we have the lovely Esther here, who has, I believe it's a song, Esther. When I opened up, the file that I could open was a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes. The Life is Forgiving is a song, and I had a realization this morning that actually it's because when I'm just at the keyboard, I don't have to sync with any other instruments, and I realized the troubadours of old would have a lute or something that they gave a musical accompaniment with. Robert Bly, I heard he was the first one that I ever heard say that as a modern poet. He just recently passed, but I got to hear him live and about 30 years ago. And I realized this morning my inclination, if I follow my heart, is to release and let go of the idea of a particular punctuation and just allow some musical sounds to come in with this piece, which is a poetry. And so, then I thought, oh, a pong, poetry and song. It's a pong. Or it's poetry, whatever way we want to mix it up. But it kind of, so that's a new realization for me this morning. I want to acknowledge you, Maryam, and you, Luke, and everyone that's here. The blessing that we have to share the deep reminders in space. And Luke, I loved your explanation, your of absorption. We have vitamin C, right? Absorbic acid or whatever that is that we have for our physical body. But how about as this to be absorbic and as our vitamin for beingness here, just that remembrance that it's not about trying to get someplace else or getting all caught up in techniques, although the pranayama is a wonderful prelude to get us centered. And so just, I love that particular way of relating to what we call meditation with respect to all the other different kinds as well. So this song is called Life is Forgiving. And I want to dedicate it particularly to Jerem today, who some of you know, who's been in our community and who frequently reminds us of the the marma for forgiveness. And I just to give you a little prelude so you can understand, because you don't have the visual in front of you, the wordplay that's happening is the word is on for, we say, here's something for you, forgiving, forgiving. And then we have the word forgiving, where all the letters are in one word, which means to release and let go of, maybe they've hurt you and you blame them, you've hurt yourself and you blame yourself. Today, I want to let go particularly of the ways in which I personally, and the ways we as humanity have learned to give away our power, to give away our sense of knowing who we are to other external sources telling us their version of who we are, and to forgive that so that we can then absorb our own authentic essence. And as Dr. Naram points to, authenticity is an enormous key. So that's when I said, so the chorus is life is forgiving, forgiving, forgiving. Life is forgiving, forgiving right now. Now's the opportunity, it's here. Life is forgiving, forgetting, for receiving, but not forgetting as in one word, to forget, like, oh, go oblivious, ignorant. Life is for loving, living love here, now. So that's, I hope it hopes just to have a little preface to this, so that, because there's a lot of words. And also in the second verse, it says, if we don't learn from the lessons we're given, we poison the future with patterns of past. We can't know future as much as we would love to, right? That part that loves to control, but we really can't. We don't know the future of today. We don't know the future of the next hour. So no future, N-O, future, but then no future, K-N-O-W. We can be free by forgiving our past. So that sense of clearance, opening to that future that our hearts, that future of love. So anyhow, that's about, I'm going to just go into it, but thank you for your patience, and I hope that was helpful. Fly like a bird, your body in the moment, wings outstretched between future and past. Learn from what's happened. It happened. It happened. Learn from what's happened. Forgive and give thanks, 'cause life is forgiving, forgiving, forgiving. Life is forgiving, forgiving right now, for living. Life is forgiving, forgetting, not forgetting. of past. We can know future, can't know the future. We can know future, be free by forgiving our past here and now. 'Cause life is forgiving, forgiving, forgiving. Life is forgiving, forgiving right now. Life is forgiving, forgetting, not forgetting. Life is for loving, living love right now. When we forgive, we give our greatest gift. We take away the burden, pain, and regret. We poison ourselves when we're unforgiving. Mistakes are made, hey, that's how we all learn. No need to carry them or to forget them, only to forgive them, then you'll be free. What would it be like, be like, be like, if we could live life forgiving here and now? Would we find kindness, kindness, kindness? Would we receive all that we need if life is forgiving, forgiving, forgiving? Life is for living, forgiving right now. Life is forgiving, for living, forgiving. Life is for loving, living love right now, here and now, in your heart, in my heart, in our hearts right now. Thank you for sharing that with me. That was a
Oh,
debut. That was a first time share. And a realization in midstream of realizing I'm going to, a few things that I will tweak up.
Esther, that was so beautiful. So beautiful. So from your heart. I love the lyrics. Life is
Oh,
for giving, life is for loving. I loved how you kind of mixed it with like parts where you paused and you spoke some words as well. It's just beautiful. I love the message in it, and it was one that I definitely needed today. So thank you and bless you. Friends, can we rub our hands together and send Esther lots and lots of love?
receiving and sending right back at the same time. Let's hug ourselves.
Hug ourselves.
Forgiving ourselves, whatever. You know, I said there's the things we know we need to forgive, and then there's the subconscious where sometimes we don't even know what it is, but we don't need to know. We can forgive it anyhow, and just give it that exit door. Let it be transformed to love. Thank you.
Message. Oh, I can see Carol.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, hi Jimbo. Yay! You're here. So nice to see see you. Oh, welcome, welcome.
A little late, but I'm happy to be here.
Oh, we're so happy to have you. But Jimbo, just so you know, today isn't an art session. It's just a kind of just like to connect and hear each other's hearts and just be in this
Awesome.
space.
I am looking forward to the new art program, so that's going to be great.
I'm just going. Carol had her hand raised. Carol.
I just wanted to comment on how much I appreciate what Esther does and the joy that she brings, and she puts us in the moment, which is so important. It brings us present. And I had kind of it's a fairly recent knowing about how important that it is that we love unconditionally. That's really what all life is about. That's the big thing is, did you love unconditionally? And appreciating people who give us that opportunity as the grain of sand in our oyster that makes us who we are. But I also know now that we can have love uninterrupted going out, but we need a filter for what energy is coming in. We need to know that energy is higher than our greatest good. It's the light is brighter than our light. It's for growing and nurturing, because there are energy vampires out there. There are people who will suck your energy dry. There are people who can kind of trip us up sometimes, and all we can do in response is atmiyata, regardless of what you say or you do. I love you unconditionally. And those are great opportunities, but just an awareness that something, as we explore our energetic being, that all that we can go out, but have a little personal space and filter for what's coming in, that we know it's for our greater good.
Thank you, Carol. Yes, Esther, I think you wanted to say something.
I want to say amen to that, sister. No is another form of saying yes. And it's like with loyalty. Well, loyalty, you can say it's a wonderful quality, but loyalty to what? There is essential questions. So part of, I think, taking back our power is that part of discernment, so that, like we have a sieve, so that we want the pure water, we want to be water filter systems. And we have that innate intelligence once we let go of kind of the conceptual brainwashing that if we've lived in this culture, we've received it one way or the other. So I totally affirm what you're saying. And I'm so glad you brought it up, because to me, it's not contradictory to living in that love, that it, like the sun, right? The sun does not go, oh, okay, I'll go over that orchard and give it, what it needs, but I'm not going to go to the next one. No, it shines its light everywhere. However, we at the same time can be very clear about what influences, we wipe our feet before we come in the house, right? I mean, it could be great soil in the garden, but it's not appropriate to bring it in if you've just cleaned your kitchen floor. It's like discernment. Yeah, thank you. And yeah.
Can I jump in on that? Because I agree. As Carol was talking, I was shaking my head, because this has been a huge part of my practice for 40 years that was initially taught to me and all of our students with Rama again. Rama was a tantric Buddhist master, and he taught us, yes, love, but be very strategic and discerning with your energy, with your power, because like Carol said, people will take your power in a moment. Even some people, they're not realizing they're doing it. So for instance, one big thing he used to say, and I practice this all the time, be strategic and discerning about how much you share your life with people, even people close to you, because jealousies could arise, envy could arise, and they could be outwardly smiling and saying, oh, it's wonderful, but inwardly, those jealous feelings are going out and they're stopping you. If you're up for a new job don't tell anybody about it. If you got something great that hasn't happened yet that you're focusing on, keep it to yourself until it happens, because people they can get in the way energetically. So we as loving beings and as divine infinite consciousness as we are, yes, we love and we give love unconditionally, however we do, but it's so important to protect ourselves, basically, you know. And so this is a very good discussion to have, because, you know, and also having conversations with somebody in your mind, I have to be so careful of this, because if somebody, I am so happy I learned about Atmiyata, because one of my biggest downfalls through my life is getting upset about what people say and do to me, and running it through my mind and having these conversations with them in my mind. And that's basically letting somebody live rent-free in your head. And so I stopped myself, and I just stopped. And since I've been practicing Atmiyata, if I catch myself doing that, I just stop. I do the forgive and forget marma, and I just let it go. So these practices that we're doing with each other and learning are so valuable in terms of protecting ourselves energetically as we allow the flow of love to flow out. So anyway, I just wanted to jump in on that. Thank you.
Sorry. What was this practice you were talking about?
Atmiyata, and we had a wonderful Zoom meeting. Actually, well, I think it's in the immersion program. There's a beautiful video about it, but Atmiyata basically means, it's an ancient practice from India that means no matter what somebody says to you, even if it's hurtful, you practice not being bothered by it, letting it roll off of you, letting it roll off of you. I have a wonderful story that goes with that, that exemplifies that. There's a story of a Zen monk who lived in a little village. And a woman in the village, a young woman in the village, became pregnant. And somebody started this terrible rumor that it was the Zen monk who made her pregnant. So the rumor was circulating, so that he was confronted by some of the village people. We heard that you made her pregnant. And his response was, he smiled and he said, is that so? And that was the end of it. Well, then sometime afterwards, they found out that it was a lie. Somebody made it up. And they came back to him and they apologized to him. And they said, we found out you did not get her pregnant. And his response was a smile. And he said, is that so? That's it. Atmiyata is, no matter what and this is a big thing for me, because I'm super sensitive. I'm overly sensitive. What people say and do, I often let bother me. But since I've been practicing Atmiyata, even if initially it bothers me, I then just inwardly say, oh, is that so? And I let it go. And if I feel them coming into my head, I just shift myself, I move myself to my heart, and I just let it go. And anyway, that's basically Atmiyata.
Thank you so much. Beautiful.
I did put the definition that's in the back of Ancient Secrets. It's in the glossary back here. I just typed it in the
Okay.
chat.
Oh.
By the way, if you don't know,
Janet is just here. I just wanted to jump in. Let's say hi to Janet. Hi, Janet.
Hello, Janet.
Hey, Janet. Hello, hello. Oh, you're muted.
Oh,
Janet.
I'm muted. I'm so sorry. It's been a while. I miss you all so much. I'm so happy that we're back together, but I'm not going to be able to stay on the call much because I'm actively doing 5 loads of laundry for my son. So I'm like in the middle of at the laundromat kind of stuff. So I'm busy, but I love you all. Jimbo reminded me of it. And I'm gonna, maybe I'm just gonna pop in and say hi. So I love you all and I'm with you and I'll stay in as long as I can.
We love you and we're with you. Can we just send Janet lots and lots of love? Lots
So
of
much
love
love for you, Jen.
and light. Hmm. I really love this discussion that we're having about Atmiyata and So, you know, what always amazes me on these calls, and I don't know why it amazes me, but it does each time, you know, it's like the messages that I receive on these calls are exactly what I need to hear. Exactly what I need to hear in terms of like just what everyone was talking about before, Carol and Luke and Esther, and about, you know, the flow of energy that, you know, we can give this love out, but it's about also protecting ourselves sometimes and knowing that boundary and giving that space. And that is definitely something I am experiencing. So beautiful reminder and something that I need. And the Yatmiata is perfect. I wanted to, oh, Esther, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, I just wanted to speak to that too, in that sense of discernment. You know, I've been in spiritual communities where it's very much don't ever say your good stuff that's happening because, you know, it might, somebody may be jealous or whatever, kind of what Luke was alluding to that he received. But I've also been in communities, and I think this is one of them, where when we're really coming from a genuine love, that each person's victory, each person's breakthrough, each person's success, each person's possibility for success, we embrace and just or win to that fire. And so I think it's a both and. It's not necessarily, I know what I'm doing is that I'm examining a lot of the spiritual and religious teachings that I've been given in many, many years of devotion and dedication, and even filtering that as to what is really essence and really resonates with me now, and what if something isn't quite right or doesn't fit with my experience, not just taking it on what somebody else has said, even if it's been said for centuries, you know. So it's quite a process of being present. But I've found in this community particularly, yes, of course, we don't spill the beans about everything everywhere. I mean, that's kind of basic. Yes, we have to use our own when if it feels right and when it feels right, what's the right timing. But all in all, I found this community to be a very safe, nurturing place where when our friends have challenges, when we have challenges and we have opportunities, we fan that fire. So just wanted to share that in too. And with that, also, Luke, totally respecting that there are times where it's the smartest thing in the world is to keep our mouth shut if we feel it's, you know, we that it can bring a crop, some of that other can crop up.
Yeah.
So not
Well,
negating anything.
I agree with you, Esther. And, you know, Esther and I had a phone conversation about 2 months ago, and we talked about this. She and I have both, over decades, have been in a number of spiritual communities, and we both said that with Ancient Secrets community, this is the first time that we have felt the freedom and the safety to fully express ourselves. And in all the spiritual communities we've been in before, it didn't feel that we can totally do that. And here in the Ancient Secrets community, we really finally feel that we can completely express ourselves and know that we will be accepted with love and appreciation.
You know, it's a blessing.
That's what I feel here so strongly. I'm new here, but I can't explain it. I also have been in groups. I always felt so tensed, so I could not really be honest and talk about things. But you're not allowed to say these things because you have to be spiritual. You're not allowed to have problems or anything. And although I don't know how you deal with these things with each other, but I just really feel safe here. Like it's really different. So and I don't know envy or no all these things, no judgments, and that's how I don't know. That's why I feel so touched by it. I really very thank you all very much. I'm very grateful to be here. Yes.
We're very happy to have you, William.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to say, friends, so this call is not going to be as long. I'm going to try and hopefully, maybe we'll do like another 10-15 minutes. I really would love just to check in with everybody that's here, and anything that is in your heart that you want to share, whether it's an Aditi Deva Bhawa, which is like a challenge that you know that with the opportunity to send it love. We can do that as a group together, or if it's just something that you want to celebrate, or just anything that's in your heart, or if you just want to say how your summer was, because we haven't seen each other for a while. Some of us, yes, but some of us not. So I'm just gonna go around and just see if anyone would like to share anything. Barbara, is there anything in your heart that you would like to share? It can be anything. Oh, you're muted. Hold on. I just muted you. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I went to a silence retreat for 8 days. And during that time, very often I was brought back to our meetings. And it made me so happy to feel the warmth that I always get when I'm here in this group, and also the MS group. I really love that. And like you all already said, I feel safe. That's so important for me, to feel safe. Thank you, Maryam, for facilitating this. And you all, our lovely members, our lovely friends here. It's one great family to be in, and feel that warmth always, that love always.
Oh, Barbara, I think you're going to make me cry. It's just such beautiful sharing, and beautiful realizations, and you're definitely mirroring how I'm feeling right now. And I'm very grateful each time you're on the call, or you're in the M&Ms group. Friends, the M&Ms is, just so you know, it's because some of you might be like, what's M&Ms? M&Ms
The
is
chocolates.
yeah, it's a kind of like play on words with chocolate, but M&Ms is mama's mantra and meditation, and we just kind of, and it's on a Monday, so it's like lots of M's, and we come together as a little group, and we do the mamas together, we do meditation and sometimes some mantras, and it's just a beautiful place to take what we know in terms of the ancient secrets and do them, practice them together. So it's beautiful. Thank you for your sharing, Barbara. So
You're very welcome. Yeah.
I'm gonna just check in with Jimbo. Jimbo, is there anything in your heart that you would like to share?
Yeah, you know what? I see that Janet has her hand up and she may have to go. Could you
Yes.
check with her first?
Yes, Janet, please. I need to go into gallery view so I can see you all better.
Thank you so much, Jimbo. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I just wanted to share with you a few struggles that I've been having, and they're opportunities, like I feel that everything that's been happening to me is for my own good. Oh my God, I'm gonna get emotional here. A few weeks ago, I was diagnosed with basal cell carcinoma on my face, and it's the best of the skin cancers to get. So I'm not really that concerned about that, but it's just, I'm gonna have to have Mohs surgery, and I can't have it until January. And there's just a lot of things, and it's probably gonna take like a year to heal, and who knows how deep or whatever, how many layers they have to take away. There's a lot of unknowns that I'm kind of leery about. But then just this week, Friday, I came down with another urinary tract infection, and This one was a doozy. Went into the doctor on Tuesday, couldn't get in because of the holiday weekend here. And I saw a nurse practitioner, and she had informed me that the UTI that I had in July was very resistant, and that I really needed to watch it. And I should be much more concerned about that than I should be concerned about the basal cell. So I was kind of reeling from that. And then I've been dealing with what I call a mob boss, kind of, at my apartment building. Somebody that's kind of trying to coerce me and control me, manipulate me. He's got feelings for me, and he's trying to get me, I feel, he's trying to scare me into becoming dependent on him for security and those kind of things. So he's telling stories. The other day, he's telling stories about some woman coming around and trying to, ring on his doorbell. He answered, and then she was looking for another guy in his hallway, that she was going to sell crack to, and those kind of things, just those things that are just, he's been doing this manipulative thing for a while. And you know how this expression, keep your enemies closer, just so you can keep an eye or be aware of what's going on. Well, I feel that that's been happening for me. And I kind of feel like, because I've had sexual trauma in the past, I protect myself by trying to think of ways of, not to upset somebody. So I'm sweating. I'm sorry. It's hot here. So I just try to be nice and be careful and just get out of the situation. But the other night I had a panic attack. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep all night long because I was afraid everything that had been culminating, everything, that was the day that I went to the doctor and everything. And it was just this overboil of emotions and fears and everything. And at one point I said to myself, you are more aware. I was looking at myself in the mirror, which was really powerful. And I was talking to myself and pointing to myself in the mirror and saying, you're aware of this now. You see what's happening, but it's still affecting you, and I was like talking myself down, but it was still really affecting me. Jimbo and I had like an energy exchange session where he was just sending me this energy, and I think I was purging stuff out and, crying and everything else, but I still didn't sleep that night. The next day I packed some stuff and I just went to my son's. I needed to clear my head. I needed to distance myself from the situation. So that's where I am. But I had a big shift, like a huge shift, where I feel that I can communicate more. Like, I've had a closed throat chakra for decades because of the sexual trauma in my life in general. But I feel that things are coming out more clearly for me now. I feel like everything is just aligning more. And I'm so grateful for that. Yeah, it's been a struggle, but I feel like I was purging stuff, getting rid of that icky stuff so I can do what I really need to do, which is help and be me and shine my light. So I love you all. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. Let's send Janet lots and lots of love and light and peace. Energy. And if it feels good for you, friends, can we do the what I want mama together for the what I want mama for when we want something for a community member, a friend? So this is on the right hand. This is on the middle finger.
Middle.
Yeah, this is the middle. So for the index finger is for what you want for yourself. The middle finger is for what you want for someone else. And I
Okay.
just, if it feels good for you, then we'll just we'll visualize that we want love and peace and light and deep healing for Janet, for whatever for all that she is going through right now, for it to be released and shifted out, so that love and light and peace and deep healing can just flow right in, just easily, just flowing like water, just streaming in through. And then if there's anyone else who wants to say anything else, and then we can press this together. Is anyone else feeling guided to share anything else? Okay, let's press this together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm just going to invite you to go to the next line here. And that's to like visualize that it's already happened, like it's happening. Love is going in, light is going in. Anything that does not serve our dear Janet is just washing away, flowing out. And we'll press that 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And
And then this.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Let's pat our left shoulder 6 times. 1, 2.
Very good.
Very good. 5, 6.
6.
Thank you, friends. Thank you, Barbara. And Janet, keep us posted, okay? Like.
Oh yes, I will definitely, and I'm gonna be back in the group. I'm coming back, and I'll see you next Friday for sure.
So,
I
no,
didn't
once
know
in
that
2
this started
weeks.
up, but I do have to go now. But thank you so much. I love you all. You have a great
Janet,
the next time I see you. Have a wonderful, wonderful experience with everything.
Before you
Janet.
go, just so you know, we're bi-weekly now, so we're not every week. So we won't be on next week. We'll be on the following.
Okay. Okay.
You'll see the dates. Lots of love.
Okay.
And good day. Mwah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Love you.
Okay.
Bye.
Friends, I'm looking at the time. I'm going to say 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. So
Can I give an update on Roma Rishi and Tara? Because it's very important so we could send them love. Is that okay?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, just let me lower my hand. All right. Because I talk with them every day on the phone, and I don't know if you follow on Facebook, you see that he posted that he was once again in the ER just 2 days ago.
Oh,
So it's because of this enlarged prostate that he has. He's been in the ER at least once a month for the last few months because of getting urinary tract infections, bladder infections from this catheter that's in him. And they just moved from Mount Shasta to Gold Beach, Oregon, which is a beautiful area, but it's a little bit remote in terms of medical services. There is a hospital nearby, which is great, but the closest urologist that he needs to see is 3 hours away. And they are going to he's trying to get an appointment very, very soon, because that's what he needs. He needs to have his prostate tended to, get this catheter out of him permanently, and get healthy. He is taking a number of Ayush Shakti herbs for it. But, as we all know, that doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. So let's all focus on him, because he was he and I just talked yesterday. Before he went to the ER, he was in total agony. I mean, he said it was like the worst agony of his life, because the urine was not coming out of his body, so it was getting built up in his bladder, and he was so in agony. And he went, now he has another UTI, urinary tract infection. He's taking antibiotics. So they're going through a lot. They really are. And they're living in a beautiful place now, but it's not always easy to enjoy it because of what he's going through. And it's inhibiting his quality of life quite a bit. So if we could just focus on him and send him a huge amount of love, and Tara too. This is taking a toll on Tara. if we could send them both a huge blast of love and light and healing, okay?
Will do.
Thank you, thank you. Just so you know, the reason why I care so much, Tara and Romarishi and I have been brothers and sisters for almost 40 years. We were all students of Rama, who I've talked about, and that's where we met. So we've been connected for decades, and you know, when you're so connected to somebody like that spiritually, it's closer than blood. It really is. And so what he's going through, it just hurts so much, and I just know that we can help him to heal and to help her heal emotionally, because she's going through a lot also.
Oh my
So
God.
thank you so much.
Thanks, Luke.
Thank you.
So sweet of you, Luke. So sweet of you that you talk to him every other day or every day, and let them know that we also love them and we send them love.
I'm going to do that, Barbara. After this call, I'm going to call them up and tell them that I was on the European call, and we just sent them both a blast of huge healing love. And I know they will appreciate it so much. So thank you.
They
Thank
are
you.
in our hearts. Thank you,
Thank
Luke.
you.
They
Yes.
really are, and I actually want us to, if it's okay, if we can do the what I want mama for them as well, because
Yep.
we all believe in the mamas, right? So let's do it together. So again, just it's right hand, middle finger. Luke, would you like to say something here? Like, would you like to lead it? Like what we want? I mean,
Okay. So as Maryam said, we use our middle finger on our right hand and put up that white frame and just visualize Romarishi and Tara. Just see them there. And as you see them, and as you're pressing 6 times, which we're going to do in a moment, for me, it's golden light. Let's visualize golden light, this beautiful, beautiful blast of golden light that surrounds Romarishi and Tara, particularly Romarishi, and send it to his genital area, his prostate area, and see that he is totally healed and perfect of everything. Okay, so here we go. Now we'll press once. Remember, see them there, golden light, healed and perfect. 2, golden light, healed and perfect, perfect radiant health. 3, Romarishi, you are healed physically of everything. Tara, you are healed emotionally from everything you're going through with all this. Press 4, 5, and 6. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
we'll just add in the line here, if
And
that's
the
okay.
petting.
And then
Yeah,
the pat.
Yes.
yes, yes. So we'll go to the second. And the second one is actually that it's happened, but also how will you feel when it happens? So
Yeah.
in this case, how will they feel? For me, when I do the second one, how will I feel? I see myself like this, like just total freedom. I'm so happy. It happened. It happened. So let's visualize Romarishi with this sense of freedom. Oh my God, I'm free of this. I'm free of this. I don't have to have this catheter in me anymore. I could just urinate freely on my own. I'm so happy and I'm free. So let's visualize that happening when we press this second area, okay? So 1, Romarishi is free. Tara is free. They're so free and happy and joyful. They're jumping for joy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we can pat ourselves here 6 times to know that we helped them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Perfect. So I know that Esther had one more song that totally fits with everything that's been shared that she wants to share, and then we're going to end the call, friends. So, dear Esther, we're ready for you.
Okay, this is a poem, and it's called The Only Safe Safe. The only safe is not found in any bank or hideaway. No vault can shield you from fear except the chamberless chamber of your inner heart, your sacred home where fear and lack cannot condense or find footing. Invest in the one trust fund that ensures your peace of mind. You've been trying to find security in all the wrong places. The world can provide you with worries, but it can't be the source of your peace. The world can provide you with worries, but it can't be the source of your peace. Source is your peace. Spirit is your inheritance. Celebrate your great fortune and feel the great generosity of grace, providing for your every need with no down payment required. All needed is that you deposit trust and sign yes on the bottom line. All needs are fulfilled in your union with the great treasure that you are. You are the fortune and the fortunate one, waking up to the splendor of wealth and well-being, the boundless blessing and bliss that you are. Knowing you never ever go without once you have found the inestimable jewels of joy within. Peace is your contentment. The cosmic currency of superconsciousness comes without the dotted lines of separation. There are no bankruptcies here. Rejoice, Royal One, for your riches can never be snatched away by circumstance. Wealth, WELL-TH. Wealth is what you are, not what you possess.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Esther.
Esther,
So
that line,
beautiful.
that line, cosmic consciousness comes without the dotted lines of separation. That is just a brilliant line.
I give thanks that it found its way through me onto the page to share with you. Thank you. Thank you all for that we enter into the sacred chamber of the heart together, where that place where our hearts and our beings are in that true essential oneness. Thanks to Maryam for providing the sacred space and the physicality and the cyber levels of our being together. And to all of us for showing up here to have this experience today to share together.
Before we go, I have a quick question for Williman. Have you attended our Sunday global healing calls yet? Any one of them?
One time I was there.
Okay, because this is a very small call here, but usually on our global calls, it's like usually about 60 to 100 people, and it's just beautiful. And Dr. Clint will be back after a month of being gone this Sunday. It's 8 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern time, in the 11 a.m. in the United States. So figure that out from where are you located in Switzerland, you
Yeah, I
said?
think it's 5 p.m. here.
5 p.m.
Yeah,
5
yeah.
p.m. in Europe.
So that's 5 hours ahead of Eastern time in the United States. Yeah. So 5 p.m. your time. And
Yes.
again, we haven't seen him in a month, so this will be wonderful. And there's lots and lots of things going to be happening on this call on Sunday. So please, please join us, okay?
Yeah, I will definitely. Yes, thank you so much for
Yeah.
reminding me. Thank you.
Friends, I just want to say thank you as well to everybody that's joined today. Esther, for your music, for your poetry, for sharing from your heart, for being here with me, with all of us. For Barbara, for her sharing, for Wilhelmine, for joining us today. And just your presence and the love that I can feel pouring out of your heart has been such a blessing. Thank you to Jimbo. For your caring heart, for just noticing those who needed to share today. You are an absolute beautiful soul. Thank you to Luke for the pranayama, the meditation. I'm so glad that you had time to join us today, and for all your sharing. And Deirdre, thank you for
Deirdre.
today, and Roland as well. Friends, it's been a beautiful call. I just wanted to say a quick reminder from Carol, which is that the Asia Pacific call is back today for those who want to join, which is at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And it's the start of the third year of the Asia Pacific call. So yeah, wow, it's been going on for a long time. Incredible. Okay, so friends, I invite you to unmute and say, I love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with you.
I love you.
I love you
with
and I'm with
with
you.
You and I'm with
I
you.
love you and I'm
I
with
love
you.
you and I'm
Thank
with
you
you.
so much.
giving you a
Mariam and
group
everybody.
hug.
And Esther and Barbara and Wilhelmine and Jimbo. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You.